Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a fun video for you because I'm going to show you the projects that I did for my die-cut only swap that I was in with a few of my crafty friends. I just have something nice to look at for you because I want to explain what the die-cut only swap meant, because we had a lot of rules. Yes, we did. The friends of my crafty friends that were also in this die-cut only swap was Sophie, handmade by Miss April Fish, Sylvia, Miriel, Ilona maakt, Daisy and Ellen. And what did we agree on? We did the die-cut only swap and we agreed on making a package for each of the participants with a die-cut that you cut out from your stash. Of course, that's why it's called a die-cut only swap. But we also added extra prompts that you needed to follow for making that card or that tag or what we did. And in the end, we will see, and that will be next week, because from next week on we will post each day one of the cards. And then we will see what everyone made with the same kind of items. So the color could be different, but everyone received the same kind of items, and it will be so fun to see which projects come out, because although you have the same dice, the same items, the same rules, each and every card will look so different, and I am looking forward to that. Really cannot wait to see what my friends made. So yeah, but we will start with the first one, and I will start with the one that I did. That was my assignment that I sent to them, and I did write down what all the other requirements were for each of the cards. So I did cut out for each and every one the same, the die cut sweater and the word sweater weather. The words are from KS Crafts. This one, no idea where it's from, but I do love it. It's such a cute die. And what I said as the assignment is make a slimline card. You may not use blue in your background, so on which you put your sweater, because that's already a lot of blue. And I said they need to use stamps in the background, and they did need to embellish the sweater extra. And that really was a nice assignment, I think, because a few of them are really, how do you call it, not really cast card makers, so not really clean and simple, but well, almost none of them make such full cards or embellished cards and use 3D items on their projects as I do. Some of them do, but a lot of them do not. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what they all made with my things that I sent to them. So yeah, this is what I came up with. Oh, we also there was a main assignment, and that was it. We needed to send die cuts that were paddable. Yeah, that were paddable. So I thought not only cute animals are paddable, but a nice, really warm knitted winter sweater is also paddable. So that's why I chose that. And yeah, I made a slimline card, of course, as I said. I used the stencil from my stash and I really love it. Is it called pied de poule? Well, it looks like a pattern that you use or that you see on clothing. And with the yellow oxide inks, it's all oxide inks. And I made it a winter card, so I did punch out some of the snowflakes that I have. I stamped in the background with different stamp sets from my stash. All really old ones, no idea where they're from. And of course, I added some rhinestones in the middle of my snowflakes. And now I'm saying, of course, again, I rewatched my video that I did yesterday, I recorded it yesterday, and I am saying so many times the words "of course" in my videos. It's not normal. How irritating! I didn't. Yeah, when I'm doing the video, I do not notice that, but oh my God, I am trying to tone down and on the words, of course. So I hope it will work. But yeah, this was my card, and for extra embellishments I did add the diamond dots like I used to do a lot of time right now, and acrylic bow from my stash. So that's card 1. The second card I'm going to show you is the assignment that we got from Sylvia. And what we received from Sylvia was this cute die set of a bear, and it's from a Creative Craft Lab. It's a Dutch brand for studio lights, and it is called Ted. So the bear is called Ted, and she said we needed to make it as troetel. It's called Troetelbeertje in Dutch. So it was a show when we were younger. And maybe it's still on, I don't know. I have adult children, so I don't watch that anymore. But when they were younger, they had a TV show that's called Troetelbeertjes. So cuddly bears, I think it translates to. And they all have cute little cute colors, and they all have superpower. Well, what I didn't know is that they always had the superpower represented on their chests. And Ilona, one of my friends that is in this swap, did say to me, have you thought of the superpower? And I did not, so I was really happy that she pointed that out to me. And what we also needed to do is use a stencil in the background and use its magic power. What is that for an assignment? Use its magic power. I really had to think about that. What am I going to do? What's a magic power? And I came out by flying. Yeah. So the magic power of my bear is flying. And I remembered I had in my stash some paper, a paper pad that I do not use a lot, also from that same Dutch brand. And it's a little bit of dreamy background colors. And this one has clouds and these flags and some banners or balloons. And I thought that would be nice. And then, you get the idea that he is flying, of course. He also has the fire coming out of him because he's going so fast. The sentiment stamp that's on here was gifted to me by my friend Sophie. It's also in this swap for our summer swap that we did last summer. And the stencil, I didn't do a lot of stenciling. I only stenciled the word airmail here. And that's a stencil from Caroline Design. And because we have a party, it's a birthday card. I made it as a birthday card. I added some confetti that I die cut out some sequins with a die set I bought at AliExpress. And the base of the card, it's a really old die set that I bought at Action, our local store here. And they have several sets of large card-based dies, and I did have them all in my stash still. And I really like to use them, and I think they're maybe 8-9 years old. Easy, I think. So that was the second project that I did. And it's really, I really didn't have any, some of the assignments were a little bit harder than the other ones, but it was so nice to create with such a lot of rules, because then you do not have to overthink everything. You know you have to use this, do this, and it really sparks my creativity, I think. Yeah, I really think so. And especially on this one, because Ilona sent me this cute little chick. Maybe you recognize it. I do think it's from MFT. She sent it a purple one to me. I said, why am I receiving a purple chick? Why do I not have it in yellow? And did you know what I heard afterwards from her? She gave herself a yellow chick. How easy is that? And she gave me a purple chick. So I really we had a laugh about it together. And she also sent some paper, this green one, and also in purple. And that is velvet paper. Look, it's velvety on paper. So you can die cut it out easily. But we needed to make a piece of clothing for the chick. That was one of the requirements. And we also, oh no, it's not from MFT. It's a chickie from Mama Elephant. I have to be correct. And we also needed to use a stencil in the background. Well, when I see purple and I see these bright green, I can only think of Halloween. So I made it a Halloween card with my Easter chickie. The stenciling in the background I did with some stencils also from the Action. I don't know from which brand it is, because Action is not a brand, it's a store and they sell different brands. So I don't know which this is. It's really, really old. with some oxide colors in the color scheme of pastel of Halloween, I think. I die cut it out to 31st. It's from KS Craft again, and I did add the potion bottle from last Halloween from KS Craft. It's a set that comes with 2 sizes. You can make it a shaker. I didn't do that here, but I thought, well, Halloween with this potion, all the eggs turn black. So yeah, that was my idea behind this card. Of course, some spiders, and I did wanted to make them cute, so I added the purple diamond dots in their eyes, and now they are extra cute. And the base of the card is as well like this one, an older die set that we bought at Action with all those dice come with 3 layers, so really nice. That was this one. This one also needed a little more thinking beforehand than some of the other cards that I'm going to show you. Then we go to a really Easter inspired cards. This one is from Daisy, and Daisy sent us the bunny, and now I don't know the name anymore of the bunny, but that's also from Creative Craft Lab. She's in the design team, or she was in the design team of them, and we needed to use this bunny, and we were also gifted these eggs, these Easter eggs, just plain white. We needed to give them color, and we also needed to use hot foil in the background, and that was easy for me because I already had lying around this orange background with this beautiful hot foil frame from Caroline Design from the latest release. And yeah, I thought, well, that is perfect with the color orange for this Easter cards. So Benjamin, this rabbit is called Benjamin, so I put Benjamin together, and with my oxide inks I gave the eggs color. And I thought, how nice is it when they are in a larger egg. That's a die that I received last year for my collaboration with BB Craft. But it's a die set from... I don't know anymore. I'm sorry. But you can find it at BB Craft. And I added the word Easter. Well, you probably recognize it. I've showed them in several videos. It's from the Easter banner word set from KS Craft again, with my tulips that I really love to use so much. And I also die cut out the Easter banner with the cute little bunnies or the peeps. I gave them color with the same oxide inks that I used for all the other parts. And I did splatter with some silver watercolor paint. I thought it was cute. Nice little accents. And some butterflies from my stash. And I added some bling from Caroline Design. So yeah. Super sweet card. And this one, I was really fast with this one. This one came easy on me. The next one as well. And if you are a Spellbinders fan, you will recognize this set. This one was gifted to me by Ellen. So we received the toucan. And she said what we needed to do is use the color green in this card. And we needed to add a toucan punch to our card. So a toucan punch sentiment. And yeah, I did not came far. I can only, I came up toucan do it. But I did add the do it on foam. The pink foam I buy at Elina Crafts. And yeah, then you have instant depth on your card. In the background I used an embossing folder from my stash. No idea where it's from. And the cute little toucan is so easy to put together as every die from Spellbinders. I put it on a branch and I made beautiful flowers and flower leaves from my stash. The flowers are from Spellbinders from a die set. The leaves are from Caroline Design. And yeah, I love it because of the beautiful tropical colors. The base of the card is a square set from Caroline Design. And on the smaller flowers I added the diamond dots. And also a rhinestone on the butterflies. The butterflies I did cut out of vellum paper. So yeah, loved it. Happy, bright cards. Really summery. And also this one came together really quick. Yes, that's also nice. Then the card from Mirielle, and that's this one. What we received was this puppy, and that is one from MFT. The other assignments were we had to put something in its small little hands. We also needed to use hot foil on the card, and she gifted us a piece of design paper, and it was about this big, of this pink gingham. So yeah, first I put the dog together. Such a cute doggy, love it. And yeah, you see the same hot foil frame in the background as I used on the other cards. Also in my stash because of DT preparations from 2 months ago. And yeah, I had this quote in my stash. It's a vellum, or not a vellum, acrylic. Hello, I don't know how I got it, but I love it. And that's the one I did in the background. The design paper that was gifted to me, I only used as the grounding for the dog. And I added some small little envelopes. Why? Because I wanted to use the die set. It was a new die set that I had, and I wanted to try it out. So yeah, decorated it with flowers from my stash and with a pen from my stash. So yeah, he is writing letters to his friends. Some small little flowers, and yeah, I really liked how this card came out as well. And this was also not a card that I had a lot of struggles with. No, I did not. The last one I'm going to show you, my God, that was the hardest one. I already told Sophie, what did you ask from me? It sounded simple, and I've struggled with this, and I don't know why. This is the tag. It needed to be a label. That was one of the assignments. What we received from her was this cute little bee. The bee I love. It is so adorable. It had blue wings, I think. Blue wings. I didn't like that. She also said you need to use summery colors, but the background need to be dreamy. How do you make a dreamy background? We needed to use dimension on the card. Well, that's not hard for me. I almost always use dimension. And we also needed to add a bow and some ribbon. That's also easy on a tag, no problem. But the dreamy background, I looked up on Pinterest and online, can I make a dreamy background with oxide inks? And I didn't see any combination or any combination or background that someone made that I thought that's what I would call dreamy. So I went to my paper stash, and from the same pad as this paper came from, I had this paper with the clouds and the rainbows. Love that, super sweet. I put the bee together, and I thought, yeah, it was gray, I think, not blue, gray or something. I thought that doesn't match what I want, so I made it silver with the paste from Simon Hurley. That was really nice to use because I have 2 of them, and I do think I only used them once, maybe. Really bad. But it's the lunar paste, and I did use the silver one. And how is it called? Silver lining. That's a beautiful name. So that's what I did to make the wings of the bee silver. I did add a flower because it's a girl. Come on, if you see this face, it's a girl. Super sweet. So yeah, I thought this paper is a little bit dreamy. And the base of the card I made in black because then the black of the bee will repeat on the card as well as the bow. This bow was gifted to me, and I don't know by who anymore. Once I did a challenge giveaway. Loved it. It did came with a small bee on the middle, but I didn't want that. I added the butterflies in silver, so that would represent the silver from the bee, her wings as well. The depth is also made by me by putting all the items on tape. And as well by using the stickers, for example. This is a lot of depth, of course. And this beautiful word die was gifted to me by Sophie herself in our summer swap last year. Love it. And as well because it was black with white. I thought it would match. And I did have this tassel trim, or how is it called, in my stash for quite a long time. And I thought, let's use it because it's the same kind of yellow as is in the rainbows. But afterwards, I thought I leave it like this. I thought, yeah, it's really not the same color as the bright yellow that I have here on the bee and the bow, because this is exactly the same. That was such a coincidence, but a happy coincidence. And yeah, maybe I should take it off, I don't know. But I thought, no, this is what I came up with, and I will leave it like this. One card you love and the other one you love a little bit less, and yeah, that's just how it is. It needed to be a tag, and although it's quite large, it's a tag, and it's a really old tag set that I have from Crealis. It's a Dutch brand. Love this one, and it comes with, I think, 5 dies, 4 or 5 dies of labels. With stitching, well, just too beautiful. You have small ones and big ones, and yeah, this is really a large size. Can you see? If I have it to my hand. So yeah. Yeah, this one was the hardest for me, as I said. But I had so much fun working with these prompts and yeah, discussing everything together, of course. And yeah, it's just such a nice group of friends. Crafty friends are the best friends, they say. We had so much fun. And as I said, I'm so curious to all the cards that my friends made. And yeah, I have to be a little bit patient because that is in about 4 days. I'm going to see the first assignment, and that will be my assignment. So curious. Can't wait to see it. Well, I hope that you like the cards that I made. Yeah, maybe you can do a swap like this as well with your friends. It is so much fun. I really, yeah, you can believe that and take that from me. It's really so much fun to do. And yeah, yeah, if you once did that or you are planning on those, well, let me know, and maybe I can join in on another challenge as well. I'm really liking doing the challenges. I noticed we're doing this one. So yeah, I'm going to stop now. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you will be back for my next video. Bye for now.